Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. It is a weird, foggy August morning out here. It's gonna be a nice day. I can see blue sky up there, but I thought I would give you a tour of, or a part two of this carport greenhouse that I built for about 200 bucks altogether, with all the wood and the poly film for over it and everything like that. The carport frame was left on the property. If you missed part one of getting to this finished stage, that was the last video I released. And shortly after that video, I kept working on it and was able to finish it up. So let's have a look here. Thought I'd do this early while it is cool outside, because this thing gets smoking hot in there, and it's great for the Sarracenia. Sarracenia are a type of carnivorous plant. They like it warm in the daytime, and they don't mind cool at night. And in the wintertime, they actually go dormant, so they don't mind if it's a little chilly in there or even below zero. So basically, the last time we looked, we had the frame done, and from there, I just built the door. Obviously, the poly wasn't on the door at the time. Simple hinged door made out of 2x2s. And simple lock for now. Built the door. Then on the far side, I built the window that we had talked about that opens. And from there, I put 10-foot poly across here and did the two end caps. And then the 20-foot poly. It was really easy to do. I put the roll down here, and it's all rolled up, kind of folded this way, folded that way. I tied a rope to the middle of it, to the end. And then with the rope, I just literally like hoisted it up and over, came down the other side, and from there I was able to unfold it. This is my unfolding hands, and unfolded it that way and unfolded it that way, and then was able to tack it on quite easily. I started with a staple gun just to hold it in place. I didn't use wiggle wire and the wiggle wire track. I was trying to do this on a budget, but so I just used material I had around. Some pieces of wood, even just little shims and everything like that make it good and held properly. This is my door, so I gotta move the farm gate out a little bit. And then that opens like that. I try to do this one-handed. I don't even have, it's not, farm gate's not quite, there we go. And so that will open, and it can open nice and wide. And what I actually do is just close this gate a little bit, and it rests right on the gate and keeps it open. Between this open and that door open, it has amazing airflow and can keep fairly cool. Now we can go inside and have a quick look around. Turned out really, I'm happy with it. It did pretty good. I was going to leave these to roll up. And then just the other day I decided no, with the vent there and the door open, it's fine. I don't need anything to roll up. I can't believe how foggy it is today, this morning. It's crazy. And so let's go in. Did a little bit of work in here. Here's what it looks like so far. So this was my Sarracenia table that I had way down at the bog. If you followed my other videos there, I had one sort of, I don't know, an acre away down that way. And I had the plants down there, and it was a bit of a fail. It was great sunny spot for them, but the animals started eating at stuff. And once, I guess it was birds, once the birds found it, they were just like, ate my plants. So they were trying to get the insects out of them. Once they found out that each tube contains a whole bunch of dead insects, it was just like free pickings. So then I covered it with a net, and it looked really crappy, and decided just to bring it in here. So this table went in. It wasn't built in here or built for it, so it doesn't quite fit, but it's okay. And then I thought I'll build some tables on the ground. So this is a 12-foot table here by just about 4 feet wide. It's like 41 inches or something like that. I wanted to just kind of keep it in line with the door. The door I built sort of oversized, nice and big and wide. Allows for good airflow. Allows me to get things in and out. But yeah, the ground tables, they're nice. They were simple to build. I put pond excuse me, scraps of pond liner down underneath to cushion from the dirt, and then I just had the poly film out. I know it's not the best, but it was definitely a cheap option. I do have more of this pond liner here, which eventually I'll use, but I want to see how long the poly lasts in here. So it's a double layer. I just kept it folded and basically rolled out. The 10-foot roll was folded in half, so the 5-foot wide was able to just go right through here, and then so I stapled 2 layers thick. And yeah, and actually I put a divider in too, so that I have a lower water tray for some of the 4-inch pots, and then this tray over here has more 8-inch pots and stuff like that, and it can have a little bit higher water level. The bathtub, this is going to be as close as I get to a bog garden in the bathtub this year. My original bog pots are brought down into here, and that one barely fits, but it still fits, and they're enjoying some heat. It gets hot in here on sunny days. It's been like 115 Fahrenheit in here. I have to be careful. And I think the original plan, so I put this up here, just it will hold 6 trays for now, and then I don't know if it'll be this year or next spring or whenever, but I think what I'm going to do is, as much as this was easy on the ground, it's on the ground. I don't know if I like it, so I'm going to build the same thing over here, but at 30 inches off the ground or whatever, 24 inches off the ground, just to get it up a little bit. But the same 12-foot, probably 2-table section, I'll just divide it up again with a 2x4, and so then I'll have 12 feet there, 12 feet there, 4x8 there, and we got in everything I had sort of said I was going to get in on the last video. Back to the carport thing, so put the 2x4s up here just to keep any kind of snow loader that from pushing in on that. I don't think it will. It's a good angle. It should slide right off. Built sturdy. It's really quite solid. I'm trying to shake it right now and I can't. And these things here are quite solid. I can barely just wiggle them the tiniest bit. It kind of moves, but they're pretty solid. I may just put some stakes in the ground anyway, pound them in there so that it's anchored right into the ground. Do the same on the back side there. You just pound your wooden stake in and then screw it into the wooden stake. So that makes it pretty easy. But overall, it's pretty sturdy. And yeah, it cost me about $200 to do this, which was awesome. And now at least I have a spot for my Sarracenia for the winter time. So this is good, if you're in a bit colder climate and whatever you're growing, vegetables or whatever, it doesn't need to be heated, but it's still going to take the chill off in the winter time. It's going to be much warmer in here than it is outside. And then my growing season is going to be extended way later into the fall with this, and it's going to start way earlier in the spring. So I'm hoping to get 6 weeks on either side of what I normally would, push me way into October, and hopefully bring me out of dormancy in February instead of March, April. So anyways, I hope you liked this video. It ended up really good and easy. I did talk about how I anchored the wood to the metal in the last video. I didn't actually demonstrate it, I just talked about it. Pretty simple. And yeah. So anyways, there it is. Part 2, Carport Greenhouse. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.